If you're like me and you love flowers to bring into your home, don't just stop at roses and dahlias. I absolutely love those. You need to see these cut flowers. So let's go check them out. First, we have this Heliopsis. It's called Summer Eclipse. Here, this is Scabiosa Flutter Pure White, and it's definitely suffered a little bit because of the heat. This one is Flutter Deep Blue, and I love it because it looks like a little butterfly here. And once the flowers fall off, it still is really cool. You can use, these are the seed pods, and you can still cut this into a little bud vase. This is, so think outside of the box, because these are Salvia, and you can see they're pink, they're really upright, and if you cut deep enough, you can get something for a bud vase. Same with these Salvia. It's Blue Bayou, and really up close you can see how cute the flowers are, the spikes. And then this one, if you like yellows, you got to get this Rudbeckia, because look at the stems on this Rudbeckia. It is so long. It's called Suntacular. So if you want to make a big flower arrangement and you need long stems, this Rudbeckia, look at that, is your ticket. So these are some Phlox Paniculatas, and we have Super Kapow White, Super Kapow Fuchsia, Kapow Purple, and Kapow Pink. So these are a series, and then these are a series. But look at the stems on these. You can use at home. And then over here, you have little lace if you needed a smaller application, and then the really long application here. These are super tall. And then these are Pensamon. So this one is not blooming just yet. This one is starting to bloom, and this is Summit Sweets Purple. It's so cute, that spike. Here, this one is Mountain Treats Purple. And if you can't grow Foxglove, this one's a good one. This is Mountain Treats Light Pink. So they're not flowering right now, or they've been cut back, and so I think they've been cut back. And so we're waiting for second flush. And these are some bee balms. I think the humidity is not treating them well here. And then these are called Make My Daisy Crazy. And look how cute that is. Perfect for a really happy, so for like a very happy arrangement. This looks similar, but it's different. The flower's a little bit, oh, this one's Make My Daisy Happy, and that one was Crazy. So you can see, it's a little different. This one is Lavender Purple Frost. So if you want lavender, but you want a silvery plant, this one's it. And even the flag is a little silvery, a little like light, barely there lavender. Smells amazing. This is Super Blue. And you can see the English lavender. So pretty, so dainty. This one is a Spanish, and it's Primavera. And I love this color because it's not like super purple, it's like a mauvier purple, it's subtle. And then it looks like it fades to a lighter purple. It smells amazing. And if you want something like drifty like this, I don't understand why plants, they name them these names that are called Gara, but Biza White. Gara, the scientific name, isn't so pretty, but Biza White is. And you can see how drifty, you can see how wispy this is. It'd be really pretty. Here's another one. This is dark pink. It's not blooming right this minute, but even without the blooms, you can get the color and the texture. I saw these last year and I'm obsessed. I can't find them anywhere near me. Hopefully I'll find them this year, but just look. This is Double Scoop Watermelon Deluxe. I mean, look at that echinacea. Look at that. It is a double scoop for real. This is the Double Scoop series. This one's watermelon, and this is Strawberry Deluxe. And you can see, look how cool that top is. You can see how cool, right here, you can see how big that pom-pom at the top, that center is. and pollinators love it. So you can use it as a cut flower, you can use it in your pollinators. This one is called Double Scoop Bubblegum, and you can see it's a little bit of a different color. I should probably mention that this is the end of July. It is hot, it is midsummer, it is humid. I am dewy, and these plants are doing spectacular for cut flowers. Petals often suffer when it's too hot or there's too much moisture in the air, so they change color, but these are looking fabulous in this heat. I have a whole nother video on my favorite perennials, and so you'll see some of these in there, but I'm a sucker for Foxglove. Let's just look at it. This one is called Arctic Fox, and this grows really well where I am in Southern California. So you can see it goes from 5A to 9A, but I'm technically 10B, and you can see how pretty this one is. And then this one is Lemon Cream, so it's like same series, just a different color. And it's pretty compact. Foxgloves can get really big, so this hybrid is bred smaller, but don't fool you for a smaller, more compact plant, because this stem is still really good for a vase. Over here, this delphinium doesn't look as good. I'll show you another one, but this one is a red lark. I wish it was blooming. It's already past its prime, but this one has gorgeous, if I can find a picture, I'll pop it in. And here is Silver Swirl. I'm not a fan of this type of leaf, but I know some people love these silvery, thick leaves. This is Dreamia. It's super cute for a little bud vase, boutonniere, something like that. This is another Dreamia. Now this is Summerlong Summerlong Lemon, right here. And then this one is Summerlong Coral, and they're agastache. And I just love how the agastache smells. This one looks like it actually has a different one that snuck in here, because if you see side by side, can you tell? They're different colors. This one is purpley and this one is more coral. So I think this guy snuck in, mislabeled maybe. And then this one is, I know this as yarrow, but this is the new vintage white. So it starts out really white and then it kind of ages to this nice, kind of lacy, vintagey color. And you can see it just is pretty on its own, but you can cut them and use them. This one is new vintage violet, and this again is just so cute on its own or within an arrangement. I love that these are perennials because they are just going to come back every year for you. And in my zone, some of these don't die back. These will return every year. You're not planting the new bed over and over, and there's so much you can cut and make arrangements for yourself or a friend. Here's another favorite, Riding Hood Red Pensamon. Look at the stems. This isn't in the cut flower bed, but you could definitely cut these and put them in, and you can see the color. And it's actually more pinky coral in person, so depending on your screen, it may come different. And this series has other colors. There's purple, and this one is actually the red. But you can see if you want a long stem with bell-shaped trumpeted flowers, it's a good one. So definitely look out for these plants. I know which ones I'm going to add. Definitely some agastache, some Arctic Fox. Yellow doesn't really fit my palette at home, but this Suntacular Rudbeckia, I don't know, I have to find a spot for it. I'm gonna have to make it work. It's just so great. This is Vincent's Choice DMR is the name, and look at the sunflower. I'm 5'4", so this just shows you how tall they are. And take a look at this, all the way down the line. So beautiful. I know some of you absolutely love eucalyptus. I bet you didn't know what it grows like. This is Silver Dollar. So when you see it in your arrangements, that's what it grows like. So Silver Dollar. One of my all-time favorite cut flowers is Lisianthus. It is hard to start, and Ball actually has a cut flower division and they sell plugs, so they take the hard work out of it for the flower farmers. You might be able to find some from flower farmers that have already started. My friend John at John's Plant Adventures actually sells plugs every year, and you just have to see these. But you can see how gorgeous these Lisianthus are. So this is the new Viviana Blue, and it's a single petal purple. And mind you, this is like in 90 degrees, full sun, high humidity, and these are growing gorgeously. Look at, and the stems are so long. They're only secured by the netting. This one is called Viviana Pink. So dainty. It's like ballerina pink. The stems are so long. And then on this side, this one's new and it's called White Cupid. Oh, these are beautiful. Look at, I think these are doubles. You can see they look almost like roses. These are my favorite when they're doubled like this. The singles are great when it's compact and you have a lot of them, but here you can have just one and they're beautiful. Oh, look at this Jolly 3 pink. Stunner. Look at that. I'm gonna need these. Oh, so pretty. And then this is, if you are a sucker for blush, this is Corelli Pink. And look at those. So pretty up close. And this is just on the plant. I could have an entire backyard of this and I wouldn't be mad. A lot of people think cut flowers, they think roses, dahlias. Sometimes they'll get to Lycium. But have you seen marigolds? Look. These are the stems on the marigold. All the way up. Look at that. And all the way down the row. So you can see these are the big orange pom-poms and those are the yellows. And then here, these are zinnias. They're giant. Look at that. So tall. These are probably 3-foot stakes. So that gives you a reference of, those are all 3 feet tall. So this is called Uproar Rose. You can see, and then we have the oranges, the reds, and the yellows down the line. Over here, the snapdragons are past their season, so I'm not going to show you those. These are the Scabiosa mix, but look at the rose, and then the darks, and then these, oh, Merlot red. I love this one. This is called Summer Fruits, and they look literally like summer fruits. And look at how dark this even looks like black raspberries. Oh, look how much that looks like a black raspberry. So cool. Then over there. Oh, there's so much. I'm not even gonna be able to cover it all. These are asters that are coming. And then these are experimental, so we don't even know what those are. And then that looks like a dianthus. These look like dahlias. Oh, this is Cafe au lait. It hasn't bloomed yet. And then, so not your typical cut flower, but you have to see these because they're so pretty. And just because something isn't labeled cut flower doesn't mean you can't cut it and put it into a vase as long as you love it. And these cannas, look at how pretty that is. So stunning. I don't even love cannas, but this one I would grow. And here's another fun one. For bud vases, look at this dark purple. It has the purple berries, but the dark foliage right there. So pretty. And I believe that's an ornamental pepper. So that's it for this video. I hope you found some cut flowers that you love that are outside of the traditional roses, lilies, dahlias. Make sure you check out my entire Gardens at Ball series because I go over shade plants, deer resistant plants. We have cut flower plants and there's so much more I haven't even gotten to. So I'll see you in the next video.